Chinese President Xi Jinping will arrive in Seoul on Thursday for his two-day visit to strengthen its economic and political partnership with South Korea. For more on this, from Seoul Live, Eugene Jung is there. And Eugene, what is the latest?
Right, Chinese President Xi Jinping will meet with his South Korean counterpart Park Geun-hye on Thursday, followed by a joint news conference. His visit comes just one day after the Democratic People's Republic of Korea fired two short-range ballistic missiles into its eastern waters, and also 2 days after Japan announced it will lift a ban on its military exercising what is known as collective self-defense. It's a change viewed with some suspicion by neighboring countries here. So issues surrounding regional security and the importance of maintaining peace will inevitably be one of the top agendas during the President's summit on Thursday.
Chinese President Xi Jinping will be in South Korea for the first time as president. This is already his fifth meeting with his South Korean counterpart Park Geun-hye since he took office in March last year. South Korea is China's third largest trading partner, and two-way trade amounted to nearly $230 billion in 2013. Forging even stronger economic ties with South Korea is high on President Xi's agenda. President Xi will be coming with over 250 business leaders, the largest number ever to accompany a president to the country. And President Xi's visit will accelerate negotiations on a long-awaited bilateral free trade pact, a sign that Seoul and Beijing are becoming even closer.
Yeah, I mean, in many ways, the trade relationship will continue to develop regardless of the specific agreement. But there's a symbolism, a political symbolism, to sitting down and signing an FTA. And it's important also in that it excludes Japan.
Japan may not be excluded only on the economic front. The two leaders are expected to speak out against Tokyo for recent moves that Beijing and Seoul say distort history, and a resolution that will allow Japan to exercise the right to collective self-defense. With many diplomatic and economic issues pending in the region, President Xi's visit to South Korea this week will likely strengthen their diplomatic ties sealed 22 years ago.
Right. President Xi also wrote to three major local dailies in South Korea ahead of his visit, the first visiting president to do so, in fact, where he said the main goal of this trip is to deepen Beijing and Seoul relations, and also that he regards peace and stability in the region as an utmost priority. President Park had visited China last summer, so this is a reciprocal visit by President Xi. And Xi Jinping will also be speaking at a university in Seoul on Friday in front of a crowd of about 500. Phil?
So, Eugene, this is a pretty big deal. I mean, there's a lot of speculation, I suppose expectation that there's going to be a breakthrough in the free trade agreement negotiations there. What do you know so far?
Right, that is something to watch out for, Phil. The South Korea and China Free Trade Pact, it's been through 11 rounds of negotiations, but the two countries are still trying to manage their vulnerabilities, especially surrounding issues like agriculture and fisheries. But experts say if the two leaders express urgency on the matter on Thursday during their summit, this agreement could be signed by the end of this year. Phil?